Welcome back to the Crypto Alpha Network. Before we head into today's alpha, do us a huge favor by liking this video and clicking on the subscribe button. We'd love to hear from you, so don't forget to leave us your thoughts in the comments below. Bitcoin is pumping, and there are a few reasons coming from the charts showing it's in a good place and could keep climbing. But there are also a few things pointing toward it not being all rosy, and they're quite concerning, to say the least. We'll take a look at these today. And we'll also dive into what has now become one of the hottest narratives around stablecoins, and how people are looking to take advantage of Plasma after the successful Circle IPO. Bitcoin has broken a 2-week downtrend and is challenging resistance at around $106,500. Meanwhile, since breaking above its bull market support band not too long ago, Bitcoin hasn't dropped below again. The bull market is still intact when it comes to the technical analysis side of things. It's also still tracking the M2 global money supply, and a breakout could come at any time, with many experts targeting $140,000 per Bitcoin based on it. But what we saw over the weekend was nothing short of absolute sideways consolidation, as a new Bitcoin all-time high seems to keep playing hard to get and won't budge. The risk appetite is still surely there. After all, we're still above $100K and everything seems just fine, right? Well, actually, it might not be that simple. First, let's see what we have coming up that might affect Bitcoin. 1. Monday, June 9th, US-China trade talks. Potential tariff updates could drive market sentiment. 1. Wednesday, June 11th. CPI release for the month of May 1st. 10-year Treasury note. Auction, weak demand could spike yields, pressure equities. 1. Thursday, June 12th. PPI release for the month of May, and initial jobless claims, which is the labor market health indicator, ahead of FOMC meeting. From all these, the one we need to pay the closest attention to is the 10-year Treasury note auction happening on Wednesday, May 11th. The 20-year Treasury bond auction on May 21st, 2025, saw weak demand, triggering significant market reactions. It led to a surge in the 20-year bond yield to 5.1%, with the 30-year yield jumping over 10 basis points to 5.09%. The S&P 500 dropped nearly 80 points in 30 minutes, showing market stress. Stocks and the dollar sold off, while Treasury yields across the curve rose, pointing towards investor concerns about rising U.S. debt and deficits, exacerbated by a recent Moody's downgrade and proposed tax and spending bills. Bitcoin also reacted badly. Many expect this time could be the same. Meanwhile, the new emergent and reality-like feud between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, extreme comments to the tune of Donald Trump calling Musk a drug addict, could stir things up. Until the situation is resolved, we can expect it to cause more market reactions, though as time goes by, it will likely cause less and less. The real long-term danger, though, lies elsewhere. Between June 2nd 7, we saw about 42 updates from Treasury companies, whether they were announcements of purchases, planned future purchases, or simply announcements that a company was shifting towards becoming a Bitcoin treasury company. On the surface, it all seems great. But look deeper, and it's not all good news. The issue lies in the sheer amount of Bitcoin being purchased by these entities while the price isn't increasing. For example, we recently saw Metaplanet purchase more Bitcoin than Michael Saylor's strategy. There's lots of demand coming out of Japan. With all the buy pressure, why is the price stable? It's simple. The sell pressure is also high and the net result is near zero. But take away the buy pressure, and likely the music stops, the party ends, and the bear comes back. Macroeconomic factors are defining the market more than anybody wants in crypto. And the 10-year bond auction on Wednesday might result in the same outcome as the 20-year bond auction we saw recently, pullbacks across the board. However, higher demand this time might give investors in the market a bit more hope. Bitcoin's still above $100,000, it's tracking the M2, it's broken a 2-week downtrend, and even if things go south on Wednesday long-term, it's actually bullish for Bitcoin, as investors will flock towards assets perceived as less risky, which includes Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, there's a project that's been built on it as a sidechain, and it blends in with the recently hot stablecoin narrative. Let's take a look. The Circle IPO was just a few days ago, and the stablecoin giant fetched an $18 billion valuation, with shares more than tripling on its New York Stock Exchange debut. Now everybody is looking to find what the next big play is. Seeing as the stablecoin narrative is heating up, as we've talked about extensively over the past few videos. In our case, Big Ideas 2025, They estimated that the total supply of stablecoins could reach $1.4 trillion by 2030. Now all roads seem to be pointing towards Plasma, with many experts believing that investors might bid on Plasma the way they did on Circle. Some are even calling it the USDT chain due to its high affiliation with Tether. Plasma was co-founded by Christian Angermeyer, a key figure in Tether-related deals, and is supported by Bitfinex, which shares the same parent company as Tether, iFinex Inc. Unlike other blockchains where USDT is merely supported, Plasma's infrastructure is tailored to optimize USDT transactions, distinguishing it from competitors like Tron, which also hosts significant USDT volume. Interestingly, if Tether went public today, Tether could be the 19th largest company in the world at $515 billion. Plasma's a blockchain project is all about making stablecoin transactions. It's a Bitcoin sidechain that plays nice with Ethereum's virtual machine, so you get zero-fee USDT transfers. Founded by Paul Fex, it's pulled in $24 million, $4 million seed, $20 million Series A, from big names like Framework Ventures, Bitfinex, Peter Thiel, and Tether's CEO Paolo Arduino. Its XPL token powers its consensus and bridge systems. People have been able to start benefiting from the project as well, with the ability to deposit stablecoins onto the chain and start earning points, which will translate into an allocation to purchase XPL tokens. Even though it's open to all, there are some weird limitations, or high limits to be precise, that have people thinking the whales are going to benefit the most. The XPL token sales got a $250 million cap, which might change, and a $50 million per entity limit, so it's open but still big player focused. And certain countries like the UK and China are blocked due to regulations. Deposits earn yield via DeFi protocols, and you can pull out within 48 hours during the pre-sale. To grab XPL tokens, you'll need extra stablecoins for the purchase phase. Post-sale, deposits lock for 40 days, then hit Plasma's mainnet beta as USDT 0. Check Plasma.to for details and do your homework before jumping in. As usual, none of this is financial advice, and you all need to do your own research. The Plasma ICO is open to all, so it could be a chance to put sidelined stable coins to work. But it isn't a quick cash grab, and it's got some risks you gotta watch. Definitely worth keeping on our radar though, and overall it might just spark some hype around ICOs. With the stablecoin narrative being hot right now, and the Circle IPO exceeding people's expectations, this could be where the bees go next. The fact that it's backed by heavyweights we mentioned, including the Tether CEO, means it has the backing it needs and will continue to gain momentum. At the same time, it's likely to fill up pretty quick, so those interested will need to act fast. Expect some market volatility in the coming days, potentially driven by macroeconomic events, uncertainty surrounding the Trump-Musk situation, or developments following the anticipated US-China trade talks. Keep a close eye on Plasma and similar stablecoin projects, as the narrative is the hottest one around right now. Before you go, help us increase mass adoption and get the word out there by liking this video and clicking on that subscribe button. We'd love to hear from you, so don't forget to leave us your thoughts in the comments below. Bye for now.